I was and I am pretty old-fashioned about a lot of things. One of the things that I'm old-fashioned about is that I don't think romancing should be a school function. If you want to romance the girl, you operate from your home to her home. If she wants to romance the boy, you operate outside of school. That's what it really gets down to. Sure, everybody knows there's crushes. And it's pretty obvious that Johnny's interested in Susie. But I don't think romances ought to be developed, nurtured at school. Primarily. I think that primarily is the function that parents want to control, or have at least a little control of. So at Hartner, when probably the prettiest, probably the most mature girl in the school got a very definite interest in, or maybe it started the other way, maybe our outstanding young athlete got an interest in her. One way or the other, they had an interest in each other. Well, that's okay, up to a point. Faculty felt the point had gone a little too far when all of a sudden, first one or the other or both late to class, and they observe, teachers are supposed to get out and watch the halls during class period changes so that you don't have a bunch of foolishness going on. Well, what the teachers noticed was that he had to meet her and escort her from this class period to her next class period, and that all too often one or both was a bit tardy. That certainly doesn't go over with the faculty. They let the principal superintendent know, and I decided, well, I better observe a little myself. Did, no question. Faculty knew what they were talking about. So I start with the young man and say, hey, let's leave that level of relationship outside of the school. Just when class periods change, leave your class and go to your next class, and let her leave her class and go to the next class. He didn't seem to think that was unreasonable. Certainly didn't offer any argument. Well-mannered young man. Well, talked to the girl. She was a little indignant about the whole thing, and certainly not as cooperative as he was. And it was pretty obvious that might as well have talked to the wall, didn't change things. The faculty comes back to me again. They said, that girl has him like a ring in his nose, and he does what she says, and she wants to show off to the rest of the world, and certainly to the other girls, how much this boy cares for her. So I talked to her again, and to him again. And about round 3 of that, I'm talking to her again, and she gets really indignant and says, "What's the matter? Are you jealous?" I don't remember just how that all ended up. I'm sure I kept some pressure on them, or really her, because the more you got into it, the more it looked like it was a her deal more than a him and her deal, as far as that business of being escorted to class. But it was a standoff, and then after she raised the question of, "Are you jealous?" I don't think I was jealous in any way, but I was affronted by the question, and hard to be as objective after her making it so personal.